Welcome to another MP4Nation.net video and review. Today we have the new Meizu M8. We've been eagerly awaiting this phone media player for, well over 2 years now. And this phone's gained a bit of reputation even before it came out as being the biggest iPhone clone around. Well, you can watch this video review and you can make your own judgment on that. Anyway, here's the player itself. It's very sleek, very lightweight, very thin. It has a plastic back with a removable battery. It takes one SIM card. It's a it's a dual band phone. It was originally slated to be a quad band phone, but now it's a dual band phone. Won't work in America, will work in Europe, China, certain places in Asia. It has a 3.2 megapixel camera, if I believe right. It's very good, very clear, very crisp. Not at all disappointing. It has a built-in loudspeaker. It's very loud, very crisp, and very clear. And up here's the on and off button. Here's the play pause button, volume buttons to the side, and your return button here. Well, your universal return button. Here's basically the whole screen where after your phone goes on lock. I'm going to just do a very general overview of this entire phone. Only got 10 minutes. I'll do more video reviews showing different functions more in detail at a little bit later time. Anyway, here's a whole screen. To unlock it, you basically drag the little icon to the middle. There's these 4 other icons. This one's for contacts, this one's to the direct dialing pad, and this one's to your SMS messages and stuff. Whichever you drag to the middle, it'll take you directly to that function. So this was just to the general home screen. And as I said, it does have a 3.2-inch capacitive touchscreen. The screen is actually very sensitive, very nice, very comparable to an iPhone touchscreen, that's for sure. It has all your basic functions that you would expect on this type of phone. Your calendar, your internet, the web browser is very good. Unfortunately, I can't get GPRS to work on this. The firmware right now has a little bit of a bug where it won't automatically take network settings, and I haven't been able to properly input my GPRS settings. Good news was that this phone came with Wi-Fi enabled, and I was able to try out the browser and the Starbucks with Wi-Fi. So it works very well, fast also, might add. It has an email where you can set up your own POP3 account, for receiving and sending emails. A music player, and of course, Meizu started out as a portable media player company. Their last player was M6, which was released well over 2.5 years ago. The M8 is basically what they've been developing for well over 2 years and hoping to recapture a lot of the China market that they lost while developing this phone. And I have to say that as a media player, I can right away tell you that I'm not very impressed with this as a media player. It is a slick interface, but the overall audio quality and the video playback quality, it doesn't beat media players that we have, which cost like 80 bucks. So, I mean, and this uses a Samsung ARM chip, which is actually very powerful, so it's kind of disappointing to see the video wasn't really, it couldn't beat, a cheaper MP4 player. Anyway, here's a media player itself. It does display album art. And you can scroll or browse if you have a lot more music alphabetically. And you can sort by, albums also. And there's lyrics, it would show lyrics. You can also rate the songs. Ooh. You can also add it to a playlist. You can build a playlist. You can create a new playlist, or add it to a current playlist. So that's always a nice feature that's always been missing from Chinese MP4 players. And here you can even edit the ID3 tags. Change the cover art if you want. Equalizers, I will be honest, the equalizers are not very good. I think it might be a firmware issue, which I really hope will improve with updates, but right now the equalizers you get off like a rock chip player, like on our Nationwide S-Flow, make the audio sound better than what you get out of this. However, the loudspeaker is fantastic on this, I will give it that. And you can limit the overall volume if you want, and you can output the audio to a Bluetooth headset too. So anyway, let's just quickly move on. Your video, as I said, the video, it's not it's as good as our, like, what we have called rock chip players, which play the RK2706 chipsets. But you know, that chipset came out a year back and cost, well, literally a quarter of what this goes for. So overall, I can't say I'm fantastically, you know, I'm not at all impressed actually with the video playback quality, and it's got really crap resizing. I mean, here's a non-resize, resize it, and you got a lot of the screen cut out. I mean, cheap MP4 players can do a better job than this. So I mean, that's pretty disappointing. As far as a media player goes, it's not very good. It's pretty much kind of, to me, it's a disappointment seeing how they took 2 years to develop this, and they were a portable media company that was really leading the market when they had the M6 out 2 years ago. This, you know, as a media player, it fails. I mean, the new players that you run on the higher resolution screens, the CC1600 chipsets, I mean, they can knock the pants out of this, and literally cost 1/3 of the price. So can't really be recommending this for as a media player. Anyway, I accidentally clicked the camera. It's a 1.3 megapixel camera. You know, what can I say about that? It's good quality. You can use it to take pictures of people too, if you want to use those pictures as, you know, for your contacts. Let me just show you the photo album. The screen is nice, I will give it that. Has nice viewing angles, and it does auto rotate too. Ooh. And there is a multi-touch for zooming. And just easy to pan around. So that's, I mean, that's a really cool feature. I mean, not that it's unique, but Meizu did a good job there. This certainly has the best user interface that I've seen for any Windows mobile phone ever, and definitely the most smoothest. Let me just show you also the phone features, I guess. Here's your dial pad. You have your contacts. You can scroll up, scroll down. Yeah. Ooh. You can add pictures to the contact. You can give them, you go to the edit. You can give them custom ringtones. Well, it's a little loud. Anyway, you know what I mean. You can customize it. You can change everything. Yeah, you can change the photo. You can take a photo of a person, you know, like that. Again, nothing very unique, but it is well implemented. Looks very sleek. And here you can navigate all the, well, you can navigate through the whole phone here. You're basically a file explorer, and you can go directly to Windows. So this is where really it's like a Windows and mobile phone. You can download different programs, the cab files, run them, install them, and they do work. Not all of them, but they do work, and you can have your own apps. That's what's really going to be a big thing about this. Meizu's developed their own SDK kit where you can, you know, build your own apps. Like this one. It's one that I got off Meizu Me. Somebody had made it, and it basically uses the accelerometer. Ooh, whoops. Alright. Basically, yeah, you can control it. I'm just not very good at it. Yeah. Alright. Alright, I really suck at this, but it does work. If I wasn't, you know, stuck at watching the camera. Alright, whatever. And there are other features. You got your notepad. You can download different stuff for this. Well, they're being made by people. And one of the things you're going to see, because well, there's no intellectual property rights in China, those really cool Apple apps that you've seen on the App Store, you're probably going to see a lot of people in China making their own and releasing them free to be used on the M8. Anyway, this is just a very crash course review of the M8. I'll have more out in more detail shortly, looking over more of the functions in more detail. Anyway, head on over to mp4nation.net to discuss this or check out